welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching Channels Television celebrating 21 years of professional broadcasting. This is the news at 10, and here's a reminder of our major stories. Southwest PDP disagree over which candidate to present as national chairman, as party's BOT demands withdrawal of all pending court cases. 3 joint task force members of the Operation Safe Haven killed by gunmen in Bayelsa State during routine patrol of waterways in Nimbe. National Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers threaten industrial action over the deplorable state of Calabar-Itu Road. And about 100 people killed in protest in Ethiopia as demonstrators clashed with security forces in different parts of the country. Just a quick reminder that all our top stories are on our website, channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. And do visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. Besides the news and updates, the Channels TV app has an Eyewitness feature. We encourage you to use it to share those pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and then follow the instructions.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Now let's just share with you some of those pictures I was talking about earlier on our portal. And we can begin with this one from Calabar-Itu Expressway, showing a flooded road. Our Eyewitness reporter wants the government to find a lasting solution to this. It's followed by this one of a bad road in Warri, Delta State, which our Eyewitness reporter says has been like this for 8 years. He wants the government to do something about it. And here's a picture from Ilesha-Ibadan Expressway. Our Eyewitness reporter is asking the federal government to expedite action on the road. The next one is from Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. Our Eyewitness reporter is asking road safety officials to apprehend such traffic offenders. Let's end with this one, which our Eyewitness reporter says is an accident. It happened along the Shagamu area of Ogun State, and he's warning road users against dangerous driving.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Thanks a lot for sending all your pictures. We ask you to send us some more. Nigeria's meteorological agency, NIMET, has confirmed the prospect of flooding in 11 states of the Federation between August and October. The affected states are Akwa Ibom, Bauchi, Benue, Borno, Cross River, Delta, Kaduna, Kwara, Nasarawa, Yobe and Zamfara. This warning comes barely a week after the Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency warned of imminent flooding in some coastal parts of the country. The agency's head of corporate communication, Mrs. Eva Azinge, says analysis of rainfall data from its observatories for June and July revealed that soil moisture has reached saturation or near saturation levels. It means floods should be expected in these areas because the soil is no longer able to absorb rainwater in the coming weeks. The statement advises governments, communities and individuals in the vulnerable areas to take proactive action like clearing water channels and drainages and also avoiding activities that block the free flow of waters. Let's cross over to Abuja now. Here's Gloria Umezuke. Hey, Gloria.
Hello, Ijoma. Good to see you and welcome to Abuja, the nation's capital. The Supreme Council for Sharia in Nigeria, Kaduna State chapter, has called on the federal government to ban all activities of the Islamic movement in Nigeria and prosecute their leader, Sheikh Ibrahim El-Zakzaky. Arising from the meeting in Kaduna, the group comprising Islamic preachers and scholars supported the indictment of the Islamic movement by the Judicial Commission of Inquiry set up by the Kaduna State government to investigate the December 2015 clash between the Shiites and soldiers in Zaria. The Muslim leaders maintained that the acts of impunity allegedly exhibited by the movement over the years in Zaria and other states in the north are against the teachings of Islam and the Nigerian constitution.
We show some lectures given by the Shiites scholars, which shows that they are not good Muslims. Even scholars are of the view that they are not Muslims. So what the commission that was set up by the government says against the Shiites is true, and every Muslim should support that. And what the soldiers did against them, as rightly said by our leader, is right. There's nothing wrong in what that. Even in Iran, where the Shiites is based, no chief of army staff will be passing, and the Shiites will stop him. Talk less of Nigeria, where the Muslims are in majority and the Sunni Muslims are there in majority. So what the soldiers did is very right and okay with the Muslim Ummah in this country. Mostly these followers are ignorant. They know nothing about Islam. That's what, if you had what exactly I've said in what we showed to us now, you know that this man is not a Muslim at all. The government should do the right thing that is supposed to be done without any fear or favor against Zagzag. Yes, in this country, Nigeria is a multi-purpose religious country, not a secular person that will allow anybody to say whatever he wants. They should tell scholars to give out certificates to those who are rightly and correctly and responsible for their preaching in this country. Not everybody can come and say whatever you want and go away.
Meanwhile, the Islamic movement of Nigeria has faulted the call by the Supreme Council for Sharia in Nigeria for its ban. We're speaking to Channels Television via telephone. The spokesman for the group, Mr. Ibrahim Musa, claimed that the Sharia group has never respected the beliefs of the movement led by Sheikh Ibrahim El-Tazaki.
They made that call yesterday, but we are not surprised because they made such calls, because the group called Supreme Council for Sharia in Nigeria is a group of some people that they are known for their hate campaigns for against anybody who is not in following their own belief, their religious belief, especially Christians and we who are followers of Shia Islamic faith. According to them, this kind of people, if you are not following their belief, then your blood should be spilled. In fact, I can categorically say that they are the intellectual base of other terrorist groups like the Boko Haram, the ISIS in Syria, and the rest of them. So we are not surprised by the call that the Islamic movement in Nigeria should be banned. But we should know that Islamic movement in Nigeria is not an association. We don't have the president, the auditor, the secretary, and the rest of them. Islamic movement in Nigeria is just a collection of Muslims who believe that as Muslims we should be guided by Allah's teachings and His Prophet's teachings. That's all. So how can you ban such a group?
The National Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers is calling on the federal government to expedite repair work on the Calabar-Itu Road and the Ikom-Ogoja Road. According to the National Treasurer of Petroleum Tanker Drivers, many of its members who loaded petroleum products in the past weeks have not had access routes for distribution of the products outside Calabar. Speaking on the failed portion of the roads, the Nupeng National Representative says the union will embark on strike in the coming days if nothing concrete is done on the roads to alleviate the suffering of the masses.
A smooth motorcycle ride for some minutes on Calabar-Itu Highway. Note the long line of trucks on the side. At some points, movement is no longer possible. Calabar-Itu Highway and the Ikom-Ogoja roads are both access routes in and out of Calabar, the Cross River state capital. Constructed over 4 decades ago, this failed portion increases travel time for any motorists plying the highway, and in recent times commuters miss important appointments.
I've been here for the past 2 hours. I left Calabar at about 9 o'clock and I'm heading for Enugu for an interview for 3 o'clock. And I'm still on the road. I don't know my fate of meeting up with the interview in Enugu.
We spent almost 3 days, good 3 days here now we spend here. We bring two trucks of stone. We pour here in the ground here. Till now, with our money, we contribute 8 rubber. We contribute to 2,000. We go bring 2 trucks for sand. We turn here now. Still now, the truck no fit pass for the place again.
We are appealing that there should be an emergency response in this kind of situation. It doesn't take much to fix that bad spot. It's just a spot that is not too big. It doesn't take much. It just to intervene and clear up the place rather than keeping it like that.
The petroleum tanker drivers say their worst heat.
We have found loaded trucks with petroleum products. Over 500 trucks lying on the road. Some have loaded before 1 week. Some is almost 2 weeks now. They could not get to their destination.
They say if nothing is done, and urgently too, they may stop the supply of products to that part of the country.
If there is nothing done on this road, we are going to down our tools.
In the meantime, observers believe the federal government needs to act to prevent the oil workers' strike that would eventually cause more hardship on the general public.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Nigeria's real estate sector gets a second listing this year on the securities market. That's some business news. Let's join us again.